Hey everyone, just gonna wait a minute, see if the notification goes out. Sorry for the very short notice. I wasn't gonna do a live today, but let's vent it out. So I don't know who's usually around at this time. This is usually my work time, but I'm gonna wait and see if people come in before I tell you what happened for me today. If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have zero luck. That much I know for sure. So hopefully somebody gets a notification, but I don't mind sitting here talking to myself. I do it all the friggin' time. So holla if you hear me. Let me know if you get the notifications, because me and YouTube are in that love-hate relationship and they've been going through my timeline and striking old videos. So yeah, YouTube, let's play nice, okay? We don't need this back and forth unnecessary nonsense. I have enough nonsense going on, but I'm going to wait and see if the notification goes out before I get into it and explain to everybody what's going on. Hey, Kramel, how are you? Good to see one person gets my notifications. Hey, BK, how are you? No, I'm not well. I'm gonna wait a second, see if the notification goes out. I just created this live like not even 5 minutes ago. I've had a horrible day. Well, what started out was a good day has now ended up in a shit show, because welcome to Kim's Tripping's life. You got a notification? Holy shit balls, I think you're the only one. Oh, fuck. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, so I'm having what started or is a great, well, I wouldn't say great, that's a lie. No days are great. It started as an okay day. Hey Mob Rat Hunter, how are you? I'm just waiting a second. This was like a last minute thing. I wasn't really gonna go live because I'm not really in the fucking mood for this bullshit, but I wasn't really in the mood for any of this bullshit that's happened to me today. So let's just vent it out, right? And the only place that I can do that anymore without being judged by anybody is on YouTube, because that's my safest bet, because I've pissed off a lot of fucking people. That's one of my traits, I guess. I don't know if you call it a talent. Oh, yeah, wait till you hear the story. I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm glad to see some people are getting notifications. Not very many people do for my channel. And that's because I'm shadow banned right now, because YouTube has been literally going through my timeline. And I just got a strike for something, for sharing a video that I got off of YouTube in the first place. And you know, the usual, well, you can appeal it, but nothing changes, so don't really bother wasting your time appeal it. But yeah, that was from November of last year, so that's where we're at. Hey David James. So I don't know, I'm ready to lose my ever loving shit, and it's always fun when there's an audience to see it. Because I usually get pretty funny during those times, because it's a good way for me to release the tension, because otherwise I start getting out cement and mixing it up, because somebody's going to be wearing cement shoes. Okay? Fucking idiots. I'm sick of being surrounded by idiots. I want to line them all up and bash their fucking heads together like coconuts and hear the fucking knock all the way down the line, because there's nothing between the ears. Like, is this my only experience? Only this? Like, is this the way it is in life, or is this just the people I encounter and the way shit goes? I was having a perfectly fine day until some asshole fucking clipped my car that I just got, my favorite car ever. Yeah. So, and of course I was sitting in it at the time it happened, and this asshole didn't even want to stop. And luckily, it was in a parking lot where there was witnesses, and he had no choice. I'm all right. I'm just pissed off. Like, I mean, if it wasn't for bad luck, dude, I'd have no fucking luck. And, you know, there's still this foolish fucking part of me that's like, oh, you know, maybe one day it'll get better. You know, keep on keeping on. And then, boom, goes the dynamite, and you get your fucking ass end knocked off. And he's like, the dude tried to blame me, and I'm like, guy, you're in a fucking truck. Okay, I'm in a lowrider car. My car says low to the fucking ground. I was 3/4 of the way out of the parking lot. And not only did you not fucking stop, you kind of come at me sideways when you jumped out. So you might want to, like, you know, readjust that bullshit, because you just hit me and now you're yelling at me. Not a good start. We're not off to a good start. So then you call the cops, because it was like, it's in a rural area. I hate that word. I can't say it properly. It sounds like I say it funny. So I went to, like, you call this not an emergency number to report it because of course you need that for insurance so they don't jack up your shit. So we called or whatever, and because it's a rural area, it's governed by like not a city police, it's like Ontario provincial police, which really means that they close at 4 p.m. They close their collision reporting center at 4 p.m. Oh fuck. Like, I swear to God, I've been getting punked for my entire life. I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to jump out and say, okay, we're done with you. We have fucked with you enough. You have passed the test, okay? You are warrior status. We are going to leave you the fuck alone before you lose your ever-loving fucking mind. But no, let's just keep piling more and more on, okay? Till a bitch snaps. So I'm very close to that snapping point. So forgive me if I'm a little bit more charming today than usual. But that's usually when I'm my funniest. So if anything, I might give you a good fucking show, yeah? So my fucking, you know how they make new cars these days, right? Like everything's one piece. So it's like just a fucking scam if I've ever seen it. So like if you took it to like an auto body shop, some dude that knew what they were doing, like a backyard fucking dude, I can give him a couple $100, he could pop back into place. But no, the insurance company's gonna be like, no, it's all one piece. It's $5,000. Like, and it's all dude's fault. Okay, not even my fault. Like he should have seen me. He fucking was going way too fast in that parking lot. And thank God there was a lady sitting beside me in her truck and she seen it. And I got a statement. So I sent her a message and I'm like, dude, I don't know about, like, I'm just throwing this out there. It's up to you. I was actually trying to do him a solid because wait till he sees how much his fucking insurance jumps up. Because this happened to me once before. Okay. In a parking lot. And I had to fight with my insurance company because they wanted to blame me because they said I was backing up. And I'm like, bitch, so was the other fucking guy that was driving his car. So don't tell me. So, like, a lot of people don't know that you can actually fight back and forth with your insurance companies. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's a good fucking fight. Especially when I know I'm in the right. I turn into the most obnoxious fucking cunt you've ever seen. Well, you've actually seen it. So that ain't no surprise to anybody. Fuck. But yeah, so anyways, like a couple seconds, like I'm gonna say about, I don't know, because time's just still in that moment and I have anxiety. So like as soon as I heard the bang, it was like, because it was loud, right? And then I get out of my car to like talk to the guy to be like, yo, what's up? And he kept fucking going, and I was like, oh no, you don't. Because that happened to me one time in a parking lot, and it ended up the guy was friggin' drunk. He was doing donuts in an empty giant ass parking lot, no cars around. I'm the only car in the parking lot, and he fucking hits me. This is my luck, you guys. Like, you think I'm making this shit up? I can't even make this shit up. Like, I don't even have that good enough of an imagination to make shit up, okay? So then I jump out, and now I'm getting pissed off because, like, he's not stopping. You're not supposed to move your fucking vehicle, okay? But there's cameras in the parking lot, but it's a third party company, so I have to go to like the other company to get the footage if my insurance company requires it. But I think the witness statement will be good enough. But fuck this clown. So I asked him if he wanted to go through the work out a deal so his insurance rates didn't jump, because I tried to. So I called the police or whatever. They're like, oh, go to the collision reporting center. Well, why didn't they tell me it was fucking closed? Okay, so you can't even call your insurance company to report this until you have a fucking claim number for insurance, because I'm gonna nail this guy's balls to the fucking wall now because he pissed me off. This is my favorite fucking car. Now I have to leave work because my nerves are fucking shot and I go into a panic attack. When that happens, I can't speak and I become stuttering fucking John, okay? Never stuttered in my entire fucking life. And now because I have anxiety, this is what happens. So, yeah. So now I'm sitting here because I thought I had to go to the police collision reporting center. Like, talk about a stupid fucking system. And you can't even report it online because they need to see it. Like, oh! So sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Hey, Westies, how are you? Hey, Tommy. Hey, Cuban B. Uh-oh, who's been in a lot of pain? What did I miss? How's your mom? What's wrong with your mom, Tommy? Is she gonna be okay? I'm sorry, I was complaining about my fucking first world problems. I didn't even ask how you got here. What's up, Kim? Hey, Westies, how's it going, buddy? I'm having a shitty day. I'm having a shitty life. I want to trade my fucking life in for somebody else's. Like, yesterday, okay? Can we make that happen? Like, can I get my genie in a bottle? I don't even need 3 wishes. I just need one. And that's to, like, end this fucking madness. Please. Like, yesterday. Oh, I'm sure it'll work out. I just gotta fight. But you know what? I really don't have a lot of fight left in me these days. I'm just sick of fighting. I'm just at that point now where it's like, you want to think this? Okay, go ahead. You think I'm not? Okay, you're right. Like, I really don't have it in me, and that's kind of scary because, like, I'm a fighter by nature. It's where I grew up. It was how it was instilled in me. Okay, and now I'm just at the point where I don't give a flying fuck. I really don't. So yeah, that's my day. Uh, oh yeah, but I've got a good case. I got a statement from the lady. Oh no, she has an undiagnosed nerve disease for the past 25 years. Every day is different. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay. It's one thing after another. I just brace myself for the next one because it's never fucking ending. This is the way my life works, you guys. Like, and then people wonder why I fall off grid for fucking weeks or months or years at a time. Well, you probably don't want to hear me complain all the time, right? Because people tell me they get sick of it after a while. Or if they don't tell me, I can tell by their behavior or their silence. Not my fault you haven't had any hardships in life, and sorry that I have. Can't all be that lucky, yeah. Sorry, I'm sitting in my car trying to get my fucking head together because I don't know what to do. You can't go online to report this shit. So I thought I'd come out here. This is fucking chaos and madness out here too lately, you guys. I'm really sick of it. I just got to state the obvious here. I don't like getting involved in people's back and forth. I know how this game is played. I've been playing these on these YouTube streets for fucking years, okay? Don't listen to, like, when you go to the about section and it was created a couple years ago. This is my 5th, getting ready to go on my 6th channel because I can tell by the way they're coming at me. It's going to happen again soon, and I really don't care. Uh, we are in Canada. Hey, Co-Train, how's it going, buddy? We're in Canada, and I don't know if this is happening yet in your countries. Some of you will be able to relate to this. Some of you won't. You'll think I sound crazy, but in a year from now, you're going to hear about it. But they're called Bill C-11 and Bill C-63, and it's a direct attack on our constitutional rights for freedom of the press and freedom of speech, and all of our rights have been trampled. And we are literally going through the courts right now to see just how valid that document is. And I have no faith in the judicial system, and I know the people that are trying to hold accountable are absolutely innocent, and it's more of an ego thing because they made our toddler prime minister look bad, and he could never admit he's wrong because he's a narcissistic motherfucker who walks around with his head up his ass and doesn't have the ability to say, you know what, guys, I fucked up. I respect that shit. Okay, so if you make a mistake, own it. If you deny it and gaslight people and point the finger at others when you know damn well it was you, you're gonna be on the top of my, like, naughty list now. But yeah, so anyways, it's about censorship is what it is. So there's a lot of information that I can't share with you guys, and when I try, they apparently go through my timeline and find reasons to strike my channel for whatever reason. And of course, you can never win those appeals. And it is what it is. So get ready for channel number 6 soon. Or maybe I'm just done with the whole YouTube thing altogether. But I don't know. I've been watching the madness unfold for too long now. And it's hard to keep your mouth shut because I've seen this all before. And I know how all of this plays out. And cooler heads prevail. And speaking when you're emotional about something is not always a great idea. For myself included, okay? So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not judging anybody. I like all of the parties involved. I have no fucking opinion about it at all. Who's in the right, who's in the wrong. I hope you guys work it out because I know you were good friends at one point. Things get said in the heat of the moment. That's why I don't believe in speaking or making decisions emotionally. It has to be a logical decision or you're just not going to make the right one. That's just me. Everybody's different. I respect that. But to sit by and watch everybody implode on themselves while the other side sits and laughs at us, not on my watch. Okay. So, like, please take this behind the scenes. Whatever issue you're having with somebody, if that friendship ever meant anything to you, please reach out in private to that person and deal with it offline, because you are feeding the fucking trolls. It's happening. And that makes me like, ugh, I don't even want to give them a fucking smile. Never mind help and content. And you might as well just say cha-ching and open the fucking cash register door for them, because this is content for days for these guys. Do you understand that part of it, at least, if nothing else? If you're still emotional and charged up about the situation, give it some time. You'll cool down. We all do. Can't run hot forever, even me. Eventually I wear out. And then I go back when I'm in a logical headspace and I try again. But it's insane. And I'm really just, I don't know. I just don't feel like myself lately at all. Like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm done trying to explain it, because what I think I'm doing to try and help doesn't help. So I don't know what to do at this point. Either you get it or you fucking don't. Look it up online. I don't know what to tell you at this point. Or you know what? Lose my fucking number. How about that? Because I don't mind my own company. I think I'm pretty funny. I got my dog, Dakota. He's awesome. He keeps secrets. He's 100% loyal, totally overprotective, and would jump in front of a bullet for me and would protect me to the death. And you can't even expect that out of people these days. So I think if anything, you should have dogs. That makes the world go round for me. But yeah, it's sad to see friends going against each other. Hey Jay, how's it going? Okay, wait, what? Westies, there's a lot of, yeah, Ireland's on the list. You know what I'm talking about, Westies. Yeah, they're doing the same thing here, and I hate to use the word political prisoners, but that's what's happening. Because I'll just break it down for the people in the back, because I'm hooked on phonics and I don't understand all these buzzwords and labels, and I don't do them anyways. So whatever the mainstream media is putting out there is already bullshit. And I just seen an example of it before I went live. But they like to get people worked up into, like, in my opinion, hype up that fear factor. So throwing around the term state of emergency, like, get the fuck out of here, okay? But there's certain people that are going through the courts right now to see how uh, upstanding our charter is. We're gonna find out real soon, and I have a bad feeling, because I don't trust the judicial system because of what I've seen just within the last couple of years. And the sad thing about it is, once you open your eyes and see it, you can't fucking unsee it, no matter what. So then I try not to pay attention to it, because it's like, well, it just puts me in a bad mood. It just gets me upset over things that I can't change or can't control. And, like, when you talk about this stuff, people interpret things wrong, or they put their own twists on it, and they think you're some kind of anti this or label that or right wing this or left whatever. Like, take your labels, shove them up your ass. I'm a person who's frustrated with the shit that I see going on around me, ran by dumbasses who are toddlers and they need diapers and bottles and rattles. And that's a fact. So label me what you want, but I see reality, okay? And that's the reality of what we're dealing with. So, and I just know in my gut, I couldn't follow the one guy's trial, because I know in my gut what's going to happen. And when it does, I hope they're ready. I hope they're ready. Who's blocked in Angel's chat? Tommy, you're blocked in Angel's chat? I'm sure that was an accident, I would think. I can mention it to her the next time she goes live. Oh, fuck. They need knee pads. They need fucking elbow pads. Like, don't even get me started, because, like, I'll have to make my 6th channel first before I tell you what I really think. But read it between the lines. I'm just sick of complaining about stuff that's never going to change. and it's never going to change, and I'm never going to accept it. So where does that leave you? What kind of position does that leave you in? It leaves you in a very frustrated position, because I'm not the type of person to complain about problems without trying to find a way to fix it. But this is way beyond my pay grade, okay? Like, I don't even qualify to sit at the fucking table, even though I could fix it in 2 seconds, because I don't have a fucking narcissistic ego. My head is in my ass. I see fucking reality more so than the average fucking bear. And yeah, but they don't want practical people running things. Why would we do that? Like, my God. We want people to, like, cause division and hatred, and it's happening in every country. And, like, isn't it a coincidence that it's all happening at the same time, huh? Almost like it was planned, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, I was just complaining because some fucking jackass hit my car earlier, and the back end is screwed up. And oh, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck, you know? I don't know who's live now. I'm usually working. I left work because of this, because I thought, because the area that it happened in is in the country and they don't have like a city police department. So I had to go to the OPP station. But apparently, collisions only happen between the hours of 8 and 4. So, like, you can't even talk to somebody. Meanwhile, you called to report it. They send you to this place knowing it's closed. Like, hello? I just can't handle the stupidity. Like, seriously, I can't. Like, fuck, get me off this goddamn planet. If that's what I'm dealing with, that's my life is stupid people and frustration. What is the point of this? Like, tell me, somebody tell me what the point of this is. Because this feels like a cruel ass joke that doesn't have a punchline that I am not seeing, okay? So if you got the answer to the joke, let me fucking know what it is. And if the joke is me, do tell. Because I'm all about the self awareness these days, you know? Good thing I have a lot of self awareness. Good thing I'm aware of all of these things that piss me off that I can't fix or change. Fucking hell. Dude, I have no luck. You guys don't even know the half of the shit that I don't share. Because people don't want to hear it. So, why would I want to do that? Just tell the truth, thinking it's helping, but apparently that's not the case. Yeah, I'm sure it was an accident. I can't see why you would be blocked in Angel's chat. Hey, Mr. Smith, how's it going? Yeah, so yeah, my car was hit. I got lots of damage now on my car. Some guy's seen it, and he strapped up the back bumper because, like, all these new cars, everything is one piece now, right? So what would normally have been like, $50, $100 job at a fucking backyard mechanic, like, to just pop this bitch back in place. But no, because it's one piece, they're gonna say they need to replace the whole piece, and it's gonna be like, $5,000, $7,000. But hey, it was his fault. I got a witness. I got a witness statement. I got pictures. So I asked the guy if he wanted to work it out without insurance, because this happened to me once before in a parking lot, and everybody's under the idea that in a parking lot there's no fault. Well, we have in Ontario, we have something called no fault insurance, but really that's a lie, like everything else, because there is fault. The insurance company determines your fault. Okay, and that's what happens. So if they try and come at me, which they will. I've got my fighting hat on because that's what I do. I have my fucking boxing gloves on every day. Can't leave home without it because, life's just kicking my fucking ass every goddamn day. Thank you. Sorry I'm being negative, you guys, but I think I'm allowed. I think I had a bad day, Started off as a decent day. But then someone said, hold my beer and watch this. And bam, there goes your fucking bumper. And Buddy didn't even stop. And I thought, oh, yeah. Yeah, some places have fault insurance and some they say we have no fault, but there is. Your insurance company, whether or not they hold it against you, but if they waive your deductible here, that means they didn't find you at fault at all. Okay. If they pay deductible, then that means they're finding you partially at fault. And I already know that I'm going to have a battle with these motherfuckers. And I just really don't have it in me to keep fighting with people anymore. I really don't. I'm like, my give a fuck switch is switched off now. And I'm like, whatever. I don't care anymore. Like, think what you want, do what you want, say what you want. Don't care. So, and that's a bad thing because I am a fighter, but I'm tired, man. Like I'm around 246 and like I need a breather, okay? I need someone else to take a couple fucking hits. A couple good kicks in the ass from life. Okay? Because I've taken more than my share. And some people don't have that luck, so they don't understand when I talk. They're like, oh my God, you're very negative. Yeah, well, I guess you fucking would be too if you didn't live the life of luxury and never had any hardships and any real worries. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's situation is different and unique. Yeah, they same here, and they call them collisions too. And so I called the police, the non-emergency number. They gave me the number for the collision reporting center, told me to head there, and they didn't tell me that it had closed 2 hours prior to us getting there. Okay, so you have 48 hours. You can't do it online. You cannot send pictures or anything like that. The cop has to see it. So I'm gonna have to show him pictures anyways because this guy like what do you call those, bungee jumped the bumper, so like I wasn't dragging it home. Yeah, so like, but I got pictures of everything before and after and the whole bit. And so then I asked the guy, I'm like, you sure you want to go through insurance, because this happened to me once, and I'm telling you, they any reason they can find to fucking fault you, and it doesn't matter if it's fault or not. Like we're talking dollar signs, okay? Like a difference between paying $1,000 a year to 6,000 a year for 6 years. Like you can get fucked, okay? Not in this lifetime will I ever pay $6,000 for insurance, okay? Not even on like home, fucking car, and all of it. Like hard no. Count me out. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm over being sorry about it. It's just it is what it is. It's just the way my life works. I've accepted that, which is shitty to accept, because like nobody wants to accept that it's always going to be like this, right? But I'm a realist, man. I don't live with my head up my ass. And some people may call that negative, but I call that being practical. And I call that seeing reality. So forgive me for not having my fucking head up my ass and pretending like I'm not fake. I'm not a fugazi, okay? If I'm in a bad mood, you're going to know it. If I'm in a good mood, you're going to know it. And I believe in communication, and I think I'm the only one because, apparently people don't want to talk. That's positive. Well, you know what? Take your foo-foo fucking positivity and shove it up your happy ass. Sorry, guys. It's been a day. And to see what's going on out here and all these people fighting over ridiculous bullshit and ridiculous people who, at the end of the day, nobody should even be acknowledging or looking at their shit to even have an opinion about any of it, to fight amongst friends, that's hard to stand by and watch, okay? And I stay out of those things because I know how these things work. But, I always try to, like, I can't save myself, right? But I can help other people from making the same mistakes that I've made. And that's the way that you have to get through my kind of life. I'm a cautionary tale. Like, I have my own warning labels. I think you guys know that. Um, so yeah, it is what it is, but I don't know. It sucks. Drive safe, Tommy. Yes, drive safe. You love my laugh. Well, I wish I was laughing right now, but I'm not. Kind of pissed off about the whole thing, to be real. Because the guy came at me sideways after he hit me, and it's like, dude, you might want to back the fuck up with that. Only respond. Well, and if I had left the bumper the way that it was, it wouldn't have been able, like, it would have fallen off on my way. Because I had to go on the highway to get back home, right? So the collision reporting center was closed, so I have to go there tomorrow and file it, and then fucking get a rental. And oh my god, like, shoot me, please, fuck. Oh, I don't know, man. Anybody got any fucking jokes? Or a fucking giant bottle of vodka on a sippy cup? I don't know. I'm not feeling very jokey today. I feel like I'm the joke. It's been super fucking hot here. Like, oh my god. Like, frying egg on the sidewalk hot. Ugh. And it makes people insane. And it makes them not know how to drive. And the guy didn't even know he hit me. Like, how do you not know you hit me? I thought, are you drunk? He's like, no, it's my fifth 12-hour shift in a row. Well, you know what? Maybe you better take a day off, because if you didn't know you hit a fucking car, I think you're overtired, asshole. And that could borderline on fucking careless driving here. That's the way they look at it. And you know what? Maybe now, because you put me in a bad mood, maybe I'll fucking nail you for that. So how's that? How do you like me now, bud? Should have took my offer to work it out when I was being all right. But now I think about it, and it's like, all this inconvenience. Oh, annoying. Let's see here. I can't see. You guys know that. You're not a joke, Jay. I'm the fucking joke. I don't know. It was a very loud hit. I have no idea how he didn't know. Because I jumped out of my car and I was waiting for him to stop, and he kept going, and I'm screaming at him like, hey, what the fuck? Right? Because I was about to like go up to him and fucking swing. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, if you're fleeing the scene of an accident, that's a totally different scenario. Right? So I was like, so we exchanged licenses. I took a picture, took his insurance picture, whatever. And then there was a lady sitting in a truck beside me, and she's seen the whole thing. So I got her statement. Like, it was 100% his fault. Like, there's no way he couldn't have seen me. Not to mention, he just pulled in the parking lot. Like, he was going pretty fucking fast. Okay. Now I know, like, a truck, and I'm in a lowrider car. Like, my car sits low to the ground. Okay. So it doesn't take much, like, these days with the way the cars are made, to cause a lot of fucking damage. Like, quote unquote, thousands of dollars of damage to just pop the bumper back in, and. But like, you got to keep the machine going. Yeah, it's crazy. You're not a joke. I'm the joke. It's just I stopped finding it funny, I don't know, maybe about fucking 6 years ago. It's just sometimes I can laugh at it, and other times I'm like, yeah, go fuck your hat. And today I think it's the latter of the two. And then I decide to come out here, and then everyone's like, oh, well, well, no, it's not a it's a fucking Impala, but it sits goddamn low to the ground, man. Like, super low to the ground. Like those stupid low profile tires that look flat all the fucking time. Yeah, those. Even my last Impala wasn't this low, but I guess the newer the car, the lower it sits, apparently. But yeah, so, like, just going now. I gotta take another day off work tomorrow. I left early because I thought that I had to go to the collision reporting center. That was closed. So I left work for nothing. And then I gotta go back tomorrow to report it, because you only have 48 hours to report it, and they need to see it. Because pictures and statements from people, like, are just not good enough. I think our word is more valid than yours these days, and I can show proof of that. Oh, and there's another thing. No, I am a joke, Jay, and thank you for trying to lie to me, but I'm just not buying it today. I got my shovels out and my fucking wheelbarrows, and they're full, okay, of shit. They're full of manure, and I've had enough. Like, I've had enough. Life can get fucked, okay? And I hate being like this. I really do, but, you know, you got to get it out, or your fucking head's going to explode. Like, a person can only walk around with so much information in your head before eventually you explode. So you think you're doing a good thing by talking to people so they understand what's going on, but no, it's actually a bad thing, and they hold it against you. And it makes you feel even worse, because if they only knew how hard it was to fucking talk to them about it in the first place, they might have a different response. But I don't know. The world these days, like, nobody gives a shit about anybody else. Everybody's all for one, right? It used to be all for one for all. No, it's all for one. Everybody cares about them fuck themselves. They don't care about anybody else. And I always put everybody before me. And old Kim gets fucked in the ass every time by life. So that's my reward for being what I think is trying to do the right thing. No, don't do it. Because look what happens. I don't need a megaphone. I got a big fucking enough mouth that I don't even need it. I'm just pissed off. Like, I'm sick of it. Seriously, I'm sick of it. Mr. Green Thumbs, I watched your fucking video before I started, and that's what put me in this. Well, no, I'm not going to say that's what put me in this video. That guy hitting me and then coming out and fucking yelling at me. I was like, you better step back and reapproach. And then this other guy comes up and he's like, oh, it's a parking lot. And he's like, there's no fault insurance. So I'm like, listen, guy, I already had an incident in a parking lot once. And my insurance company wanted to nail me to the wall. So you can, if you're going to be helpful, then you shut your fucking trap and you just put that fucking bumper back where it's supposed to be and shut your trap. Because don't give me false information. If that's what I wanted, I would turn on the news. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Green, some. Oh, that's okay. I know. I care about you guys too, man, but like, you know what it's like, right? Like, I don't like to be negative, 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 but this is reality. I'm sorry. I can't always be positive. I can't always be laughing. Like, this is part of reality for my life. And that's all I'm going to share at this time, but maybe soon. But I can't, there's so many things that I can't fucking tell you guys because we're so censored here in Canada. Like Online Streaming Act, if you think I'm making it up, look up Bill C11 in Canada and look up Bill C63. And the way that they rolled these out in the beginning was supposed to be so that fake news didn't get out there, even though it's the mainstream media that's putting it out there. And then it started, and let's be honest, this has been going on for a long time because I'm on my 5th channel. They've been doing this for years. You just know about it now. Okay, so you're not fucking fooling anybody. When you put your Captain Obvious hat on, then they make an example out of you. And I'm that person that's always been tried to be the example out of. Well, you know what? Go ahead, because like I'm just done. Like I'm whatever. Hit me with your best shot. You better fucking hope it takes me down. Because if I get back up, you're fucked. And you better be able to fucking run fast, bro. So please don't think I'm an evil bitch today. I apologize for anybody who's not here and catches it on the replay and it's like, well, what did I just walk into? It's just a day. Some people, you gotta vent. You know what I mean? And that's all I consider this is just venting. And then YouTube will send me a notice and say, you're not allowed to say these types of things, Kim. Like, don't you know? Like, you have to be fake with everybody. Like, just fake it up in this world, you know, because we can't handle the truth. Yeah. I can't even, you know what? You know why I can't go on Facebook anymore? Well, many reasons. Number one being that it's fake book. Everyone's fake. They pretend that they've got these great lives. You're fucking lying. I know you. You're not that happy. Go fuck yourself. But secondly, the censorship. And then third, what was the other reason? There was something else. Oh, yeah. Memories. So even though you put your settings to what you want, because I don't want memories keep coming up. Okay. I already have that in my brain. Already with the PTSD brain, you already have that problem. So I have them to not show up, but they still somehow keep showing up. So I don't even want to log into my fucking Facebook anymore. Like, I don't even want a Facebook anymore. Like, if you want to see me, you got my number, fucking call me. If not, see you later. And like, I made a post the other day on my I don't know how to use Rumble. I don't have the following on there because everybody likes YouTube for whatever reason. I've heard good things about Patreon. I've never used it. I have no idea how to use it, but I've heard that they are pretty like forgiving with like the free speech, and like there's so many stories that I can't share because of whatever reasons they deem, and you can't even appeal it anyway, so don't even bother trying because you just get that same generic answer, bot answer. We've reviewed your request and we still find it to be at fault, even though you're sharing a video that was already on YouTube to begin with. But there's a problem with you sharing it. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't even know how to do lives. You have to have so many followers, and I don't have all the followers on Rumble. And then, like, Twitter is a different story. I got more followers on there, but not everybody's on Twitter. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get the message out. And at this point, does anybody even want to fucking hear my message anymore? Like, be real. Like, not too many people want to hear what I have to say these days because it ain't too fucking good because I don't sugarcoat shit. I would make it cheap, though. Like, I'm not trying to make money. But there's so much going on here that's happened that like I can't get out to the rest of the world because they've had my number for fucking years. Fifth YouTube channel, guys. Like they really are streaming what we see, what we say. We can't even share news media content in Canada, and I'm not lying to you guys. We can't. Look up Bill C11 and Bill C63 in Canada. Patreon would be cheap as fuck. I'm not trying to make money or anything like that. It's really about getting the information out on a platform that isn't going to target me. Because as you see, I don't play well in the sandbox some days, right? Like if it's a bad day, it's a bad day. It's reality. Get over it. I'll be okay tomorrow. Like they can't all be good days, they can't all be bad days, but you got to take the good with the bad. And if you can't, just drop away into the abyss like everybody else. I've learned to do just fine on my fucking own. Or whatever this is. Is this just fine? I don't know what you would call this. I wouldn't call this just fine. I would call this irritated as fuck, actually. Yeah. I don't know how to even use the chat on Rumble. Like I've tried watching people's streams and chatting in it. I don't even know how to do that. Like I'm a fucking boomer when it comes to technology, okay? I'm really not that smart, I guess. I kind of let that shit slide when smartphones became a computer in the palm of your hand. I didn't feel the need to use my laptop. So it's been so long that when I actually pull the laptop out, like I don't even remember where buttons are now. It's like, where's that goddamn delete key? Like, it takes me 20 minutes to find it. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh yeah. They've had my number for years, every fucking platform. What's so scary about the truth? What is it that people don't like about it? Is it that it's a pile of shit, steaming hot shit? Is it that you don't like what you're hearing? Is it that you want to fool yourself and you want to live in a world that doesn't exist with rainbows and unicorns and lollipops and fucking munchkins? What is it you want? Do you want truth? Do you want reality? Or do you want fiction? Because if you don't want truth and reality, then I'm sorry to tell you, but you're on the wrong channel. Because I don't know how to see anything but. Believe me. And I've tried everything, okay? But it always keeps coming back to you. Yeah, I be careful about what I say because if you speak your opinion about things too harshly about, what a certain side, then they tend to not like you, they tend to suppress you, they tend to shadow ban you, they give you strikes on old videos from last year. It's really bizarre. I don't get it. Yeah. And like my goal is never to be monetized on here. I have no desire because they're not going to be my bosses. They're not going to tell me what to say or what not to say. I'll play within the lines somewhat. I kind of overstep sometimes, but whatever. Who doesn't? But I don't need to be paid by them. I have a job. And the only reason why I thought of Patreon is because from everybody that I've been told is that it is like they promote free speech. And as a Canadian who's suppressed and censored and shadow banned to the death, I need free speech. Because if I was able to share with you the information that I want to share with you, not even just about me, but like things that are going on and like facts and evidence, they'll say it's fake news or they'll say it's, misinformation because it doesn't go along with the shit they're trying to shovel. If you're asking my opinion, that's my opinion. But who the fuck am I, right? I'm just a low level bottom feeder peasant. Not even qualified to pick up their fucking dog shit. Yet they get to make decisions that affect real people's lives but can't run a country to save their own. What about the homeless problem? What about the fucking drug problem? What about the suicide rates? What about record high inflation that people are losing their homes? Like, let's talk about real shit that affect real people. But no, they're worried about sending money to other countries while we got people sleeping in tents. And if I was able to show you the footage of how police deal with those people, it would make you physically ill. But don't get me wrong, because when I talk like this, people think I'm anti-cop. They like to put labels on me that aren't true, and that's a them problem because that's not me. I'm just telling you what I see. I don't do labels. I don't do whatever. Like that's a you problem. That's the way you were taught. That's not the way that I was taught. I'm just letting you know that this is what's going on. And do you guys remember the last place that I lived at? You remember the insane asylum, I used to call it? Well, guess what? Another guy died from there. And I actually did a live about it, but I removed it for a couple of reasons. Because number one, I had the dates wrong. I didn't have all of the information available to me at that time because I was just in the midst of finding out. And I've been able to do some more research since. But there is a special investigations unit investigation that has been launched against the Brantford police for the way that this was handled. Because I'll tell you. Okay, so what happened was okay, this guy's name was Woody. Okay, good dude, hippie, like kind of chilled. He was about 59, 60 years old. I don't know what his problem was. Like 96% of the time, he was chill as fuck and just like giggle, right? But that 4%, he could flip between manic and psychosis. And I would watch it happen right in front of my very fucking eyes. And then go back to normal. It's like, I don't know what's going on up there to make that happen, but right? So I'm open to the idea that there may be more behind it. But and let me tell you this, he had a seizure last year, a very severe seizure, and we called 911 and he refused to go with them. Okay, so on May 30th, Woody himself, made a 911 call for an ambulance because he was having heart issues, thought he may have been having a heart attack. So, as per usual, which is, I believe, protocol, is, an ambulance shows up, first responder shows up, whoever gets there first, cops. And like the previous house that we lived in was kind of in a hospital zone. So, you'd usually get all three of those at the same time because, like, it's 2 minutes away, right? So, they take him to the hospital. Now, this is the part that I don't understand and what happened. And this is where the footage from the hospital is going to come in handy if it hasn't been destroyed, in my opinion. Um, but he went there. He was complaining about chest pains. They checked him out, whatever, whatever. Then I guess he wanted to sign himself out. And allegedly, the Brantford police used what would be alleged to be excessive force on this elderly man. Okay. He was in good shape, but still, we're brittle. As we get older, we're brittle. All right. So that would have been May 30th. Well, on July 2nd, and this is why I removed the first video because I don't like to put out wrong information. I was saying June. I thought it was days later, but information was literally coming in as I was doing the live and all of that. And there is still a pending investigation ongoing, which they investigate themselves, and of course they'll be not guilty. And magically, that footage from the hospital will just magically disappear. Like, I wish I had these magical powers. Okay. Um. So he went back to the hospital. I can't remember for what. He had to have emergency surgery because his spleen, the doctor, and I quote, or the surgeon, should I say, said that he has never seen a spleen so eviscerated in his life. It was in pieces. They couldn't understand how he didn't bleed out internally in between that time. And there was nothing that he had done to quantify that injury. Now, to give you a context, I had a severe car accident when I was 17. I wrapped myself around a pole. I broke 6 ribs, 3 toes, one went through my lung. My lung punctured and collapsed. I was airlifted. And then they sedated me and put me in a coma for like a couple weeks. So the rib would come out of my lung on its own. And so they didn't have to remove my spleen. Now, I don't remember the accident. I don't know if it's just blocked out. I don't know. Or if it's because they put me in a coma right away. I don't know. I don't even remember being life flight. I don't even remember I remember getting in the car and backing out of the driveway, and that's all I remember about that day till I woke up in the hospital. To them saying, oh, we don't have to remove your spleen. And apparently I was going like 120, 130. I don't know for sure. That's kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles, but pretty fucking fast. Okay. And I literally, the pole hit me. They had to use jaws of life to get me out. And that didn't make me have to get my spleen removed. But so he went in for surgery. They removed his spleen. And then later that evening, he had to go back in for surgery because they couldn't stop the internal bleeding. And his heart failed on the operating table. And we didn't know that he had a do not resuscitate order, and he died. So in between May 30th and July 2nd, we're trying to get certain information, right? Because like we're trying to piece all this shit together. But somebody, and it wasn't my friend Lacey, because she didn't know about it, she was contacted because so Woody's sister called her up one day and said, do you live on such and such street? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, there's a special investigations unit. Somebody called on June 26th, which was before he died. So it went from an investigation from custody injury, and the incident number changed to custody, death in custody. And both investigations are still ongoing until they can find a way to find no fault, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just an average peasant. But this is the city that I live in. And when I tell you stories like this, I'm not saying I'm anti-cop. So, put your label maker away. But I am against corruption. And I don't know what transpired. I don't know if Woody was in a manic state. I don't know. It wouldn't be the manic state that would make them react that way, but it would absolutely 100% be the psychotic state. So if that's what was the case, then I could see why they would try and restrain him if he resisted. But he was not under arrest. I don't understand the situation. Like, obviously, I'm just a citizen, so I'm not privy to all this details, but all we know is that we lost a guy that was gone before his time. So, at the hands of the police. And it's magical, special investigations unit. I don't know for sure. They say it's an independent body that investigates, but is it really? We'll never know. There's just things we're not meant to know, you know? You know. Oh, okay, what? That's funny. Send me a picture of that, Mr. Smith. Your small picture of the Canadian flag of that's fucking funny. Hey Steve, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, it's in a better mood. Oh yeah, they've had the only place I get away with like mostly everything is Twitter, but I don't even go on there that much these days. But I could. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of the whole social media thing right now. Like I'm just kind of sick of everything. Just a bad day, Sick of getting the shitty end of the stick. Like it seems like the good people end up they should just walk around bent over because like she's giving them a kick in the ass. Well, it seems like other people just, I don't know if they're faking it or if they're just not being honest and open about their shit, but they don't seem to have as bad of luck as others, okay? I would like to know the secret sauce to that. Please tell, without me becoming an alcoholic or a drug addict. Do tell me that. Because I see the appeal as to why people would want to do that. Believe me. But then you got two problems to deal with. So, I don't know. I don't have the answers. What's going on with you, Mr. Smith? Where's Chalk? Where's Chalk been? He's MIA. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't even know why I went live. It's kind of grumpy. I'm not grumpy. I'm just kind of sick of it. Like, whatever. I'm just kind of throwing my hands up in the air and saying, yeah, whatever. Give it your best shot. Better hope it takes me out. Whatever it is, like, make it quick and painless. Take me behind the barn. Okay. It's time for old Bess to be put down. Her leg's broken. She's no longer good. You know, she's kind of useless. Let's just put her out of her fucking misery. That's where we're at today. Yeah, it does suck. And like, why? Because I don't remember it ever really being like this before. And if it was, maybe I did have my head up my ass at one point. I don't know. But I can't believe that because I have ADD, so I fucking notice everything, and I don't remember it being like this. Like, yeah, I know. Aren't we all getting older and more jaded by the second? I don't know how much more jaded I can get. Like, sorry, that's my car. I'm sitting in the parking lot trying to get my head together, figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do next now. Gotta call. I couldn't even call the insurance company because I didn't have a claim number to give them for an accident report. It's so ridiculous. And I wish the LPP was there. I'm gonna give them a damn piece of my mind because, like, do accidents only happen between 8 and 4? Really? Okay. And I can't do it online. Thanks for being useless, bud. Thanks for our tax dollars. Oh well, nobody wants to do the job anymore. Is that my fucking problem? That's not my problem. Maybe you shouldn't have treated people so shitty, and they would want to do your fucking job. How about that? How people start taking accountability for their shit? Am I the only one that takes accountability? Am I the only one who is not afraid to say I fucked up? Because believe me, I say it a lot. It's probably my most said sentence throughout my entire fucking life, okay? I fucked up. I own my shit. Who cares? Those plants won't grow themselves. Him gonna live forever? Live forever. Who is? I best not be living fucking forever. I'm checking out at 60, man. Like, the clock's ticking. Fucking get this party started or let's fucking go. Like, I got a time limit, and the clock is ticking. Okay, maybe not even 60, maybe 50 fucking 5, maybe 50. I don't know. Like, depends on the day. But I'm supposed to start EMDR tomorrow, and some of you people will know what that means. Some of my guys in this chat, 2 of you will for sure. I was doing plumbing repairs in the kitchen this week. I was wearing socks and drilled it onto the kitchen floor tile. What? What? Wait, wait a minute. I was wearing socks and drilled it onto the kitchen floor tile. My right knee is fucked. Wait a second. Wait a damn second. You drilled your sock to the floor? Is that what you're saying? That's something I would do. That is totally something I would do. Like, the world's most random shit. And it's like, why didn't I see this coming? Like, I mean, and yet I'm still stupid enough to believe, oh, maybe it'll change. Yeah, right. Better find some four-leaf clovers and horseshoes. I slipped in my socks and fell into the kitchen. Oh, man. Get a knee brace. They do wonders. Trust me on that one. We're getting old, man. I sleep with the wrong pillow on my fucking neck sore for 2 days now. Like, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for this shit. Okay? Like, beam me up, Scotty. Like, fuck off. Had my limit. That sucks. Sorry to hear that. But it's kind of funny. Sorry. It is kind of funny. Like, and that's bad that I laugh at that shit. Like, 'cause when you're management, you're arriving to the scene of a fucking accident. Your first response should not be laughter, right? But I can't help it. Like, it's like, are you okay? Oh, you're okay? Now I'm gonna laugh at you. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna end this live. I really don't have much to say, and I don't like being a bitch, so I'm gonna just be miserable all by myself. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace out.